Did you know that men's brains are 10% larger than women's? Yes, this might surprise you. But it's due to men's generally larger stature and more muscle mass, which requires more neurons for control. Intriguing, isn't it? This is just the tip of the iceberg. The world of men is full of such surprising facts that defy our everyday perceptions. From biology to etymology, from life expectancy to unique physical features, the facts about men are as diverse as they are fascinating. Stick around as we delve into more fascinating facts about men. Ever wondered about the life expectancy of men compared to women, or the global birth ratio of boys to girls? Let's dive into it. On a global scale, men have an average life expectancy of 64.52 years. This is a bit less when compared to women, who have an average life expectancy of 68.76 years. Now what about the birth ratio? Every time 100 baby girls are born, there are about 107 baby boys. Yes, more boys are born than girls, but why? Scientists suggest this higher birth rate for boys may be nature's way to balance out the higher mortality rates of boys during infancy and childhood. So the ratio of boys to girls at birth is not a random occurrence, it's a fascinating interplay of nature's checks and balances. Quite fascinating, isn't it? But wait, we have more interesting facts to share. From puberty to unique physical attributes, let's uncover some intriguing aspects of men. The journey to manhood typically begins between the ages of 12 and 14. This is a transformative period, marked by voice-deepening growth spurts and the development of secondary sex characteristics. Interestingly enough, puberty for boys generally kicks in later compared to girls of the same age group. Now let's talk about some unique features that set men apart. Ever notice the prominent feature in a man's neck, known as the Adam's apple? This is a result of the growth of the larynx during puberty, a feature primarily unique to adult men. And speaking of unique, when compared to the rest of the primate kingdom, the human male is at an advantage. In terms of absolute size and in proportion to overall body mass, the human penis outdoes that of any other primate. These unique features and developmental stages certainly set men apart. Let's continue with more interesting facts. Men's presence in the workforce, their emotional characteristics and likelihood of substance abuse all make for an interesting discussion. Men make up an even 50% of the workforce in the United States. However, they bear an overwhelming 94% of all on-the-job fatalities. This stark contrast raises questions about safety measures and the nature of the jobs men engage in. In terms of substance abuse, men are nearly 3 times more likely than women to abuse alcohol and twice as likely to abuse recreational drugs like marijuana and cocaine. This trend is a critical concern for healthcare professionals and social scientists alike. When it comes to emotional characteristics, men and women differ significantly due to hormonal effects. Higher levels of testosterone in men generally lead to greater aggression, competition, self-assertion, and self-reliance than in women. The amygdala, involved in producing emotion, is typically larger in males, resulting in more aggressive and uncontrollable emotions. These facts provide a deeper insight into the life of a man, but we're not done yet. From body composition to parenthood, and even how their brains function, let's wrap up with some final interesting facts about men. Men have a unique body composition. On average, an adult male has about 50% more muscle mass compared to an adult female. This muscle mass contributes to the overall strength and physical prowess often associated with men. In contrast to this, men typically have 50% less body fat than women, a difference that is often attributed to hormonal differences and varying metabolic rates. Now let's touch on parenthood. In the United States, there are over 64 million fathers. This figure represents a vast community of men who play the crucial role of being a dad, contributing to the upbringing and development of future generations. Well, let's delve into the fascinating differences in brain function between men and women. When focused on a task, men tend to use only one side of their brain at a time, dedicating all their attention and concentration to the task at hand. This is contrasted by women who tend to utilize both sides of the brain simultaneously, making them more adept at multitasking. This difference, while subtle, illustrates the diverse ways in which men and women approach and process tasks and information. Now let's dive into 3 more fascinating facts about men. First up, did you know that men are more likely to be colorblind than women? It's true. Globally, colorblindness affects about 1 in 12 men, compared to only 1 in 200 women. This genetic trait is passed down through the X chromosome, making males more susceptible to this condition. Now, moving on to metabolism. Men have a higher metabolic rate than women, meaning they burn calories faster. This is often attributed to their higher muscle mass and lower body fat percentage, which we touched on earlier. This difference in metabolism can impact everything from energy levels to weight management. Lastly, let's talk about skin. Men's skin is about 20% thicker than women's and contains more collagen. This results in their skin being more resistant to signs of aging like wrinkles and fine lines. However, this doesn't mean men can forego a good skincare routine. Skin health is important for everyone. And that concludes our journey into the fascinating world of men. Each fact enlightens us, offering a new perspective on the male species. Until next time, please like, share and subscribe. Keep discovering and learning.